What is up, everyone? Quick little YouTube video for you guys today. Update on the brand and whatnot. So, you can't see them anymore, but there was about 4 campaigns here the other day. And I changed it because each campaign had one ad creative in it, and it was a video. And they weren't performing well, and I kind of realized that I need to pump out more angles, more creative like this. I need to test so much more. So what we're testing here is literally all images, right? All images. Literally just use Claude. Claude's the best. It's using this too to help me track all my spending and all this too. It's pretty sick. Claude for the actual angles helping, and I used ad library to find concepts and way to structure the actual ads themselves. So 80% of these ads are like kind of concept ripped from other brands, but they're my own like thing. And then 20% is my own angle, completely new. And we have seen, because this is the first day they've ran, we have seen one add to cart there from my own angle, which is pretty encouraging because it's from my own angle. It's not from different concepts, it's my own concept that I made up. So that is what's been happening with the brand. Oh. Okay. As we're sitting here, we got another add to cart. Is there a live visitor? Hold on. No. But, that's kind of funny. Yeah, we got another one as we're sitting here. Another add to cart. Wow. Timing. But if you literally go look, let's exclude today. We're going to go the 29th to the 4th. Don't mind that. This was me making sure my system worked. And I think all of these are probably me, if I'm being honest, making sure the system works. I think one of these is true, is a real add to cart. So in about a week, we saw one add to cart, and I was like, yo, something needs to change. I can't sit here and look at money go like this and nothing come back, not even an add to cart. So we ended up changing it to that. And the reason I made a purchase, why isn't anything scrolling? Hello, my computer. There we go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the reason I did a purchase on my own, I went through my own ad on Instagram, I found it, and I just made sure the actual link loaded fast. If the buttons worked, it all went through, obviously. I just refunded myself just to make sure that it worked. And that's really it, really. That's all that I did. So we have more structure with this, and we can pump out more creatives. And once we find one that is definitively a winner after some spend on it, that's when we make copies of it, we make renditions of it, videos, different ways to format it, just that same angle, you know what I mean? Alright. Now that we are done with the brand section, I'm gonna have a little mindset section of this video, just so it's not like some 3-minute, because you can just see it on my TikTok. By the way, go check it out. Doing a series, buying an M5 competition in 167 days, which is December 15th. And you may be looking at my ad account right now and going, whoa, you haven't got a single purchase yet, and you just restructured an ad campaign. Why not just let things run? I have for the past like 3 weeks and nothing has happened. So this is the response to that. We're testing something new. We're testing a new structure. But I even wonder myself sometimes, can I make it work? You know, that thought does come in my mind, right? And I always even say it out loud. I always say it out loud. Of course I can. Who would I be if I couldn't? I always figure that shit out, right? What happened when my damn bank account broke? I figured it out and I made a whole new banking system. LLC, EIN, all of that. I went through all of that just for banking. That's it, right? Sometimes you have to go through some rigorous stuff vigorous, I don't know, whatever word it is, to get things to work. Like last night I said in this damn campaign, why does Meta gotta be so damn difficult? Giving me errors and no direction to solve them. So I got Claude on my side. Claude is probably the best tool ever. I have it connected to Shopify and my ad account, and that's how it made that little chart for me, so I could monitor my spend and not have to lift a finger, because it can just, hey, pull my numbers. Boom, it does it. Pulls everything from the ad account and my Shopify analytics and does it for me. But back to my little mindset psychology thing. You really got to believe in yourself to the fullest extent, man. I don't care what your family says, what your friends say, what any outside opinion. You don't need their validation, one. The only opinion that matters is your own. If you don't think you can do it, then obviously you can't do it. But if you sit here and say, I can buy an SVJ by 21, 100% it'll happen. 1000% it'll happen. You gotta believe in yourself so bad. I know those thoughts telling you that it won't work, or you're not good enough, or you're not smart enough sit there in your mind, but clear them. What I do is I sit there and say, clear all the self-doubt and fear from my mind, and I sit there and say it over and over until all those thoughts are gone. You gotta say stuff out loud. Thinking it's not enough. Also, manifestation, greatest thing in the world. Me and Corbin went out to Scottsdale yesterday. We're sitting there blasting Queen Street, the biggest LARP song in the world, with watches on going like this in his M4. That's the funnest thing in the world. I felt like I was at 50 bands that day. And it's not even the fact that it felt like we were rich. It felt like we were rich, but the reason that feeling was so great is because we were sitting in an M4 going like this to Queen Street, okay? Not because the money in our bank account. That's a plus to being a business owner, right? The fact that we're sitting there going like this in an M4, it's pretty fun, right? So go out and do stuff like that with your friends. The fact that we're in an M4 has nothing to do with it. You can sit there and do that in a Toyota Corolla, right? Just have fun, right? That's your biggest thing. And don't be afraid to spend a little money. Don't be afraid, right? I'm not saying go out there and spend all your money, but treat yourself a little bit. Go have a nice dinner. When I first started talking to Corbin, Brett, that dude, I never went out to dinner with any of my friends like that. Now we do that shit weekly. Like actual nice dinners. Elefante Scottsdale, pretty fun, right? We have our watches on, LARPing. We throw our wallets on the table, LARPing. Because it's fun. And then at some point, it won't be LARP. It'll be real. Right? We like to sit there and talk about business meetings in front of people that we don't have a business meeting. We're talking about going to Europe in 2 months or in a week. We don't even... I've never been to Europe. He's been to Europe a couple times, but we have no trip booked. We're LARPing in public. They probably know that, but it's fun. So manifestation, just go out and LARP. Hella hard. You don't even need a nice car. You don't even need a nice watch. You just have a watch on. Hit this movement with Queen Street on, and it'll work out. It's all like one full circle. Actually do your work. Have a great mindset and LARP, and you'll make it. 100%. Believe in yourself all the way to the end, and LARP a little bit. Guess what? Your dreams will come true. Now, if you don't do shit with your business and sit there and procrastinate, it's a different story. Get your work done when it needs to be done, and you'll make it too. You don't have to be you don't have to be like I get up at 3 a.m. No. But you can wake up at 12 p.m., get your work done, and go back to sleep and be fine. As long as you get that work done, you'll be fine, right? You don't need to be some alpha male sigma who gets up at 5 a.m. every morning. Obviously, if you do that, that's great too. That's no bashing at people who do that. But you don't need to be some genius that wakes up and goes to the gym at 4 a.m. Going to the gym is great too. But just because you don't do it at 5 a.m. doesn't mean you're failing or behind. Right? So, moral of the story, do your work, LARP, and have a great mindset, and you'll make it. That's it for this one. Have a great one, guys.